Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here. Back to remind you what your voice would have sounded like had Mummy let you swallow that cheese grater when you were on holiday as a lad. In XCOM, The Long War 2. Pete, did you just say swallow a cheese grater while on holiday? Yes, I did. It's just the best analogy I could come up for with the way my voice sounds right now. And hey, it could happen. You could swallow a cheese grater. I read a story once about a guy who swallowed a cell phone. If that can happen, why not a cheese grater? That's all I want to know. Think about it. They probably make like small cheese graters, right? Like little portable travel size cheese graters. Those got to be a thing. I bet they make those. Portable cheese graters? Yeah. Fancy people. Fancy types for when they're out on the go. They've got to have something that they can whip out of their picnic basket and use to shave a little vegan cheese onto their kale and walnut salads. I'm talking about really fancy people, like the sort of people who spend a lot of time at parties wondering if room temperature is just a little too warm for the brie. Those kind of people. The kind of people who know what puffin tastes like. Those kind of people, that's what I'm saying. And they have to have tiny cheese graters for those, and those are definitely the type of people who go on holiday with Mummy, right? I mean, when you're in a fast lane from LA to Tokyo, you don't have time to search around for a full-size cheese grater. You need something man-portable. You need something you can use to grate a little aged Parmesan on top of that plate of Alfredo you're eating while you scream at the chauffeur to stop hitting bumps because he's gonna get cream sauce on your Louis Vuitton seersucker suit. So, yeah. In my mind, the cheese grater swallowing thing could totally happen. All right, back to XCOM, though. So we've got to look at our relative position here, and I got to say, it ain't fantastic. We know there's a pod of 1 Muton and I think 2 Vipers that are still lurking in this building. We need to get some kills here, and we don't really have a whole lot of potential for kills right now. David Mitchell. Honestly, David Mitchell, what can you get me with a frag grenade here? Anything? You could blow the holy screaming shit out of Kathy Griffin. Well, I'd rather not do that. In fact, I think the time may be up. Like, Kathy Griffin's days of being concealed, they may be over. Louis C.K. without a run and gun, you're not really going to be able to give us much of anything. If we could kill one guy and flashbang the rest, I would be shockingly okay with that. Can we catch both of these guys on a flashbang? Who's got a flashbang that I can just, like, use for sizing purposes here? Can we catch both of these guys in a flashbang? The answer is definitely. Or is it? No, we actually cannot. The flashbang is not quite wide enough to catch them both? Nope, it's one top. Okay, can we catch both of these guys in the same flashbang? The answer is also no. Well, now that's a little bit of an onion in the ointment. Also, we do have a guy over there who's on Overwatch, which is bad. Jerry Seinfeld, you got Shadow Step, so we don't have to worry about you triggering this Overwatch. I don't suppose there's a scenario where you could come down out of here and maybe not set yourself on fire, though, Jerry? Like, that's a thing that you could potentially do, right? Like, what if we pathed you here, and then we had you run to, like, say, I don't know, here, and then maybe we had you come flesh this Viper? Okay, first off, let's move Jerry to here. I think this move's going to be relatively safe. So Jerry dashes to there, and then we go into flesh mode. 6 to 8. 6 to 8 is the most we can get, which is not going to kill this guy unless it crits, and it's almost certainly not going to do that. But, like, if we have to burn Kathy Griffin's concealment, we can just have her hit this dude with a sword twice. Like, will you be able to kill him if you hit that guy with a sword twice, Kathy? 3 to 5 and 3 to 5, so we're looking at 6 to 10. Average damage on that is actually 8.5, which means no. We would need some other source of damage or a little better than average roll. We do have Mrs. Frizzle over there, though, to contribute. We'd also have potentially Lee Mack backing you up, maybe with not a grenade because he doesn't have one. We ain't going to get shit out of Robert Webb. Webb, is there also a way in which you can move so as to not set yourself on fire? I mean, do you have to walk past this tile that's on fire? Why do you feel compelled to hurt yourself, Robert? I'm troubled. Robert Webb's continual desire for self-destruction has me really worried. I think we just go, this is full cover, worst case scenario. Let's do it. Seinfeld's good. The gopher is going for the kill. Okay, beautiful. We got a graze, which is definitely not at all what we needed. So, Lee Mack has got a 52, and if we wanted to follow that up, we could get slightly better than a 52. I don't really like either of those shots. Roseanne, you have literally just the one target, though, right? Just the you know what? Do it. You got nothing else. We could really use a little luck here, Rosie. That's my girl! Roseanne Barr driving coffin nails this entire mission. Now she's on death from above. Roseanne's definitely going to steady that weapon. Okay, so that's good. We got now options. Lee Mack, I think we're safe to go ahead and have Lee Mack shoot twice here. Really, all we need is one hit out of Lee Mack to get rid of that Overwatch, which he got, and now his follow-up is actually even slightly better, 62%. God damn it, Lee. You had to... You impressed me. You'd go and do a thing like that, where I'd be like, there's no way Lee Mack is gonna get it done, and then you go and do a half-assed job of it. You left me one damage short, Lee Mack. You left me hanging, bro. It's very disappointing. Okay, so we got Mrs. Frizzle here. If you use a free reload here, Mrs. Frizzle, could you give me 1 damage on that guy in the back? Get a 47 at the advanced trooper and a 4. What are the chances you hit both of these guys with an iron curtain? Is it long? Oh, hold on a second here. No, please don't shoot Kathy Griffin. I mean, I know you're desperate to shoot Kathy Griffin, Lily Tomlin, because of course we are. We all are. Is that, can we get both of these guys in an iron curtain and not kill Kathy Griffin? Okay, so we've got a shot that hits both of these tiles, and you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's iron curtain this. Okay, you know what? We didn't get a hit on the Viper, which is unfortunate, but we did get a kill on our little pal back there. So it ain't great, but it is something. So we still got Robert Webb. We got Louis C.K. We could have Lou, like, go up, maybe try and throw a stun here. I don't know if that's going to really pay great dividends. I don't want to burn Kathy Griffin's concealment, but I don't see another option. We could have David Mitchell come up here and drop a grenade, but I really feel like that's all things being equal, that's really just like a backup move for Kathy Griffin's inevitable failure. 85, you know what? Yeah, 85% Kathy. Okay, 5 damage. She's bucking the curve. She is revealed now, which sucks, but we can't stay hidden forever, Kathy. You can't keep your light under a bushel for your entire career. Nice graze. Yeah, you're right, Kathy Griffin. The graze mechanic in XCOM, the Long War II, is in fact just a little off. You perfectly described what is in fact a thing that kind of sucks a lot. And I wouldn't even say it's a little off. I'd say it's way the fuck off. You know what else is a little off, though? Our targeting on this grenade, but it should be good enough to finish up the kill here. Alright, Ellen DeGeneres pops one through the window, gets the job done. Robert Webb, then. Let's get you on Overwatch. I'm really still... We know there are other enemies on the map, and I'm still more than a little worried about these guys closing in on us. And my goal is still to try and make the enemy come back and get Overwatched all to shit. Louis C.K. with only 1 bullet, though. You gotta reload, brother. Milliken, I think I will have you go on Overwatch. And David Mitchell... I mean, we know we've got more guys coming in. Let's get you up here in a good grenade position, and let's get you on Overwatch as well. The height elevation is going to be useful. Okay, these guys, these are, oh, are they, oh shit, they're active. Okay, all right, this is bad. We got a pod coming in at us from the flank. It's another... How many pods of Mutons and Vipers are there on this map, by the way? David Mitchell, another graze. Fantastic, because every shot is a... You've got to be fucking shitting me. There's another Berserker out there? Yeah, you got something. What you got is a face full of "we're fucked." Oh, good. There's a giant death robot with him as well. That's just what we needed. So here comes the berserker and the robot. If these guys get reaction moves, I'm going to be furious. Well, they didn't, but we're still completely dicked. This is way too much damage to have to do in a single turn. Mac could do some excellent work for us on the berserker. He can also do some really good work on that mech. The problem is this shit over here. What are we going to do about it? There can't be that many more pods in this neighborhood. That's like the one thing we do have working for us. So we can flesh that Viper. We could flesh this Viper as well. If we hit, that is a kill for the Gopher. We can't flesh the Muton. Okay, so if we do that, though, how are we gonna deal with the Muton? We still got to get the Muton when all that shit is said and done. How are we gonna do it? We could have Ellen DeGeneres come over for a little bit of help. Louis C.K., I don't suppose... Oh, well, hold on a minute. So we got a shot at the Berserker. We got a chance to straight up kill that mech. Roseanne maybe kills the mech in a single shot. I think that's probably what she's going to do because that shot can't miss. So we could bring David Mitchell over. Maybe David Mitchell comes over and softens up these Vipers with a grenade. Okay, let's assume David Mitchell, in fact, does do that. That leaves us Robert Webb, who could come forward and flamethrower. I don't really relish that plan, but he doesn't really have a lot else to offer. Louis C.K., though, could stun it. If we have him stun the Berserker, Roseanne kills that thing. That really just leaves this Muton as our... Okay, we got to come up with some way to kill or murder that... Or possibly... Well, I mean, at 30%, it's a fucking pipe dream. It's a beautiful pipe dream, but it is nonetheless a pipe dream. We could have Lily Tomlin. The only thing you can see is the Berserker, even though you do have a really good chance to hit it. I'm confident we can account for both of those Vipers. I really am. I think we can get them both. We could even have Ellen to... Okay, who over here has a flashbang? Anybody? Kathy Griffin, you're part of our Viper killing strategy. Roseanne, you're otherwise engaged. David Mitchell... Are we out of... Okay. Webb is the only person left with the flashbang? Yep. No! Sarah Milliken! She's got it. Oh, this is so unspeakably dangerous. All right, what we're going to need then is we're going to need Mrs. Frizzle in a tile where she can see that Muton and does not have to double move to get there. So we need her to be able to see the Muton. See the Muton. Start seeing Mutons. Can you see him from here? Or can you see him from here? Of course not. That would be sensible. What if we bring you over here? Can you see him from over here? No. What about here? No. How come this Muton is goddamn invisible to every tile on the map? That's what I would like to know. Why? Why is he an invisible Muton? What I really want is I want that Muton suppressed. I kind of need him suppressed, in fact. I want him suppressed in flashbang, because if we're going to do this with our... If we're going to be this brazen... with our guys, we're going to need that Muton not only flashbanged, but also suppressed. Because he can pull one-hit kills on us. Sarah Milliken has a flashbang. Okay. All right, David Mitchell. Can you hit both? First off, can you hit both of these Vipers? But you cannot hit both of those Vipers with a grenade. So that makes our subsequent strategy actually vastly more dangerous. Because if we don't get a kill, which, let's face it, we're likely to come up at least one short. Sarah Milliken will have to be throwing a flashbang. That's all she could do. This is too much. This is too much alien. 7 to 9 damage. See, if we get a fucking shitbox graze... 7 to 9 damage. That guy does have... Can we get him from inside the building, I suppose? Of course not. I mean, see, this leaves Jerry Seinfeld flanked. Seinfeld, how much health have you got? Not enough to take that shot. Kathy Griffin, how much health have you got? Enough that you might survive. You would need a better damage roll to actually kill the dude, though. Jerry Seinfeld needs to roll less damage. We're gonna need more damage on these guys. The other option is we flashbang this pod and then don't engage at all and try and work this pod over. I don't know how we're gonna get that Advent Engineer though. Okay, first let's just have Roseanne kill them back. Because she can. I really thought she would be able to get the kill there. I really did. Alright, Lee Mac, you gotta finish the mech off then. Okay. Mech is finished. Lee Mac is out of ammo, so he's gonna be reloading. That's the rest of Lee Mac's turn. Okay, Sarah Milliken, you are going to have to flashbang the crap out of these guys. So since we can't have both of our shinobis go at one, I think what we do is we have both of our shinobis attack from like here. We could have one of our shinobis just go kill. You know what? Jerry Seinfeld, go murder that man. We're shifting the battlefield. It's the only strategy that makes any sense to me at all anymore. Okay, the gopher got the kill. This is acceptable to us. Taken care of. Nicely done, Jerry Seinfeld. Okay, Deacon, you're gonna do exactly fuck all. We need Louis C.K. to be able to see. He has to be able to see that berserker. Okay, you know what, Milliken? You already used Oscar Mike, son of a bitch. Well, I really kind of needed that. Moving to position. Either way, Sarah Milliken has but one option. She's going to come up here and flashbang some stuff. Or rather, she's going to fail every possible direction one could fail as a human being. Yeah. That's the other thing she's going to do. Fail in every possible conceivable way. Beautiful. So I was sort of relying on Louis C.K. to get a stun off for me there. That ain't going to happen now. We could have Mrs. Frizzle suppress. Okay, let's do this. Ellen DeGeneres, it's time to get fiery. Your flamethrower has not played a big enough part in our activities today, and I think it's time for you to up your game a little bit. Give me a panic or something. I mean, burning is alright. That does limit what the enemy is going to be allowed to do. Burning is not the be-all, end-all, but it is helpful. I don't know if burning the berserker would potentially be as useful, but I mean, it can't hurt, right? Well, it can definitely hurt. We're setting something on fire. Okay, so we got a burning berserker now, who has panicked. Well, that honestly could not have gone better had we planned it. That's absolutely perfect. Okay, Mrs. Frizzle, I no longer need you to do anything with that man. What I would really like you to do is be on Overwatch for that Muton if he moves. Or potentially come out here and suppress the not burning Viper. Can you do that? If you're in... No, because you're not fast enough. Can you see that Viper from any tile that you have available to you? Any tile. I know you can't see the Muton because he's goddamned invisible. But can you see that Viper? Well, only if you're willing to stand in the open, which I really... Wait, here we go. Yes, this tile. On the move. Okay, Frizzle, you're over here. If we could catch them both with an area suppression, I will. We can't, so it's just going to be single target suppression. Lock down that snake. Sit down. That leaves us Louis C.K. We got a panicked berserker over here. Kathy D-list Griffin. I mean, the D-list is still up and working the D-list. She has a smoke grenade. I really don't know if that's useful in any capacity. We could have her throw a frag. That Muton is... I mean, he's disoriented. David Mitchell, you could move in Overwatch. You know what, David Mitchell? Yeah, do that. Oh, never mind. David Mitchell doesn't have a goddamn bullet in his gun. Because David Mitchell never has a bullet in his gun. Alright, Griffin. I really would prefer you to be in full cover at the end of this turn. I just really don't think it's going to be possible. So in lieu of not being in full cover, could I at least get you, say, near something that will not explode? You have a flank shot or what? I'm not worried about him right now. This is... I hate using one of my last few remaining grenades here, but this is useful because if nothing else, this is going to shred some of this muton's armor, assuming we can find a tile that will actually hit the muton. There we go. This will shred some of his armor and probably get us like 1 point of damage to boot. Yep. 1 shred, 1 point of damage. And Louis C.K., we just need to get him closer. Although, you know what? Oh, shit. No. I was going to say we could have Lou shoot at this guy, but I just recalled that actually is going to leave Lou flanked by the muton. So let's just move Lou forward. I don't know what this panicked berserker is going to do. It should, like, stay in place. 3 damage for the snake. Viper is still burning, very important. Berserker, still burning, taking an extra 3 damage. Still panicked as well. He's right in the middle of a giant, like, tire yard fire. I'd be panicked, too. Somebody better call Kurt Russell and the backdraft team to come get him out of that inferno. Oh, that Viper double moved? Double moved. It is on fire, so I guess he's panicking a little. Sarah Milliken's getting shot at. Sarah Milliken, stay strong. Then again, that was a 24% chance to hit, so... Look at Mrs. Frizzle with the low percentage connect and kill. That was absolutely beautiful. Oh, Lily Tomlin. Oh, my lovely darling. Okay. Well, then, Louis C.K. I mean, this is going to seem kind of mean, but... No problem, boss. How do you feel about just, like, shooting this man in the face? 48% chance for crit, 5 to 10 damage. You know what, Lou? I'm going to hold off in case we can't come up with a kill on that guy from some other combination of weapons. I really would like to have you available to potentially stun him. This muton is still utterly fucking invisible, by the way. We could get a flank shot on him if we were willing to come. Is this a flanker? Should be. Mrs. Frizzle. She's got 1 bullet left in a chamber. Is that 1 bullet gonna be enough? No, because this is definitely not actually a flank shot. Well, shit. Okay. So we're gonna have to come up with some manner of alternate plan. That's okay. I mean, we've got options. If nothing else, we could come up here and set them on fire with Ellen DeGeneres, although I would vastly prefer to not do that. Kathy Griffin could also come up here and just take a flanker. That probably won't kill him, though. 100% chance on a Berserker, 29% chance on the Viper. If we can, I would really like to make sure Roseanne's shot is the shot that kills that guy. David Mitchell. Somebody has to kill this Viper, and you're effectively the only game in town. 92% chance. Even a graze here is still... Maybe a flesh wound. Running dry on ammo. You know what, David Mitchell? All I'm going to say is that you're lucky that that fucking guy is still on fire. That's all I'm going to say. You're lucky that man is still on fire. We're green to go. I don't like anything that's happening so far this turn. None of it. I don't like any of it. I really don't want to have Jerry Seinfeld come over here and take a shot at this guy. I definitely don't want him to set himself on fire to come take a pointless shot at this Berserker. In fact, I may not shoot at him at all. I mean, it's a 90% chance to hit, which is really good. But we could also just have Jerry... Well, no. You know what? I was going to say we could have Jerry go close in on that muton, but then I'm thinking, what good does that actually do us? You grazed him. He's now enraged. Okay. We could have Robert Webb go try and close in on the muton. Again, I got to question, what good does that really do us? Let's just keep chipping away at this guy. Louis C.K. does not have a 100% chance to hit. If he did, I would take this You know what? I'm still taking the shot. I got confidence in Lou. That's actually perfect. That guy is now burning as well. Okay, Mrs. Frizzle. You cannot suppress because suppression takes 2 bullets. You don't have 2 bullets. You take a terrible, terrible shot. Alright, screw it. Ellen DeGeneres, you gotta come do the heavy lifting for us here, girl. And by that I mean you gotta fucking spawn another pod that's definitely going to kill someone. Son of a bitch. The one thing we did not need was that. Oh good, one of those Vipers is like a super elite too. Fan-friggin-tastic. Well, I don't suppose you could catch anything at all with this. Nope. Alright, well let's try and minimize the collateral damage. We really need to set this guy on fire. Did we panic him? Okay. We got some very trivial damage, but we did panic him. Lily, you know what, Lily Tomlin? Just reload. You're doing nobody any good back there without any bullets in your gun. Get some ammo in that fucking thing.
Let's do this.
Sarah Broccoli Milliken is definitely going to be aid protocoling someone, and that someone is probably going to be Kathy D-List Griffin. Also, how many more fucking guys could there possibly be on this mission? D-List, we need a kill here. Nothing short of it will do. Alright then.
Hostile terminated.
So that leaves us with Sarah Milliken. Okay, Roseanne Barr, you're gonna... You have shots, though. Well, I mean, terrible, terrible shots. No. Kill the Berserker. Because that takes him out of the mix. This guy is now completely a non-issue. And it gives Roseanne an opportunity to use that bonus action to get a reload. I ordinarily am not a big fan of snipers, but say what you want, Roseanne Barr has been doing freaking work on this mission. She is getting shit done for us here. I'm not gonna have you... Well, I was gonna say I'm not gonna have you take panic shots at that Muton. I can't really think of anything better to do with your time. I'm still gonna have you go on Overwatch. David Mitchell's in a real bad spot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking. Somebody's getting aid protocol. I'm trying to figure out who those guys are both in full cover. David Mitchell probably is visible to at least one enemy. And if you're like, Pete, what about this Viper? That Viper is burning. It's dead on our turn. He's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. See, there he goes. Okay, still a panicked Muton down there. So we got 2 Vipers left that could potentially completely fuck us. Also, we really should wrap this up because my throat is getting just raw as hell. Kathy Griffin! Okay, that could have gone way worse. The poison is not the worst possible outcome. It also made that shot have a much lower percent chance to hit. And we can feel... Excuse me? What was that horse shit? Why did that guy get a grab, poison, shoot? That guy took like 75 actions in the same turn. He also criticaled us through full cover and poison. I'm extraordinarily salty about that bullshit right there. And make no mistake, that was 100% pure undiluted bull and shit. Ellen DeGeneres has not much left to give. Roseanne Barr doesn't even have a shot because, of course, I mean, that's the most sensible thing for our sniper to not be able to see anything. So let's move Roseanne to here. We're gonna have her steady her weapon because she can't do anything else. Well, she could holo target. We got a Serpents and a Sidewinder. Where's Jerry Seinfeld? David Mitchell. We still got to deal with this Muton, too. That's the other thing. Somebody's still got to deal with this freaking... Oh, I'm so salty about Cat. You know what? Alright. We knew Kathy D-List Griffin was going down. This is it. And I'm wrapping this episode up because my throat is killing me. And also, I'm a fury of salt at the moment. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see us kick Kathy Griffin's corpse in a hole without any kind of ceremony, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. And I gotta say, her eulogy ain't exactly gonna be like heart-wrenching or anything. It'll be like, hooray! Is that a eulogy? Can you actually cheer when someone's died? I don't know if it's appropriate, but it's probably what's gonna happen. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.